but I'm going to give you an even more abridged version of the timeline. So, Vince McMahon, he retired July 22nd, 2022 on Twitter. Vince McMahon, in late December 2022, sent WWE an email outlining his desire to return to WWE. Says, WWE is at a critical juncture. You need me, Vince McMahon, to get the best price for TV rights deals and potentially a sale if it ever happened. WWE said, we'll have you back, but only in that capacity, not in creative or day-to-day or in the office. Vince also, I should say, wanted to bring back George Barrios and Michelle Wilson, who he himself fired back in early 2020. They were CEOs, and Nick Khan eventually replaced them. And after McMahon sent his initial email to the company in December, WWE Board of Directors informed him. WWE Board of Directors held a vote and unanimously voted against Vince returning to the company. And then all of a sudden,
which didn't sit well with Vince.
Exactly, it did not sit well with Vince. So that, in response, is when Vince McMahon plays his ace in the hole and says, "Look, I have the voting shares. I will not." In fact, I'll tell you exactly what it says. I would like to be clear that unless I have direct involvement and input as executive chairman from the outset, I will not be able to support or approve any media rights deals or strategic transaction. Wink, wink. Sale is what it means. This position is not driven by self-interest, of course, or a lack of confidence in the company's management team, but rather by my commitment to doing what is best for WWE and all its shareholders, and by my strong belief that maximizing the outcome of these processes will require close coordination and unified and efficient decision. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? He needs to do it. And then in SEC filing in January 6th, 2023. It says that Vince is back, and so is George Barrios and Michelle Wilson. 2 other board members quit in protest. 3 board members are removed to make way for those 3 board members, Vince and the other 2. And from there on, you tell me what you're thinking.
Well, he wrote him a letter, a very nice diplomatic letter saying, I will do everything I can to help WWE and to help all of you. And then he says, but, always the but unless this demand is met, I'm going to stick it up your butt, and you're not going to do anything without my approval. So it's up to you if you want me there or not. And if you don't want me there, don't expect to move anything, because I won't vote anything. So now they're between a rock and a hard place. They don't know what to do. So they said, hey, and that's why the 2 people quit. That's why he fired the other 2. And Stephanie, that's kind of baffling me. Why did she resign again? This is the second time this year, second time in less than a year that she's quit. So, and who knows what he's going to do.
We will bring up Stephanie in a minute. Do you think Vince has just got a spectacular lack of self-awareness as far as just like how bad of a look it is for him to be the face of this company?
Well, I don't think he wants to be the face of it, but he does want to get money for it. That fund, they have $620 billion to dispose of, to invest. If they got that much money, Vince was saying, and I was reading today, I did say it was worth $6 billion. I read today now it's up to $8 billion because the stock price has gone up at least 20%.
Yep, it's gone up to around $89-$90 a share now.
I had $88 a share, up from $72, I think.
From January 5th, I don't have it here at the moment. It's on another page, but it's somewhere around 70, 71 on January 5th. It jumped up $15 in a day after Vince McMahon had basically resumed leadership role. And then now it's up to $89.90, around there.
Okay, I'm kind of stupid in stocks. It's $71, but the day before Vince jumps, right? Mm-hmm. Jumps back in. Mm-hmm. What makes it jump to 88? The stockholders themselves?
Maybe more. I'm terrible with stocks. Do more people buy?
Well, I don't know. Why does it jump to 88? Who sets that price? I guess the stockholders. I don't know.
I think it's more people buying stock, and that's what drives the price up.
Supply and demand, I guess.
Yeah.
But hey, they only got 7. Vince has 83. Now, I don't even understand that. 83% of the voting shares. What does that mean?
It means there are two different types of stock, and one type of stock has very, very little voting, is a percentage of voting, essentially. And the B grade stock, which Vince has almost infinitesimally more voting numbers or power than the A stock that everybody else gets.
Well, when we get to talking about stocks, I'm kind of lost, but I do know that it jumped, which is a positive sign. I think Vince, the consumer, or the people that buy stocks, they see him coming back as a positive sign that that stock is going to do well. And who knows where it's going to end up.
Well, here's the thing, right?
This whole process is still fluid right now at this moment. We don't know where it's going. That's why it's fun to talk about it. Because if this happens, and if this happens, and if that, and what the hell. And Stephanie, like I mentioned before, she just resigned for the second time, which I'm kind of baffled by. I don't know why she got out of the way. She got out of the way before, then they let Vince go, then she came back. And who knows what was going on in that McMahon household. While all this is going on, they meet at Vince's house, Sunday dinner, Saturday dinner, or whatever. Talk. Who knows? But they're going to make a movie out of this, believe me.
Well, they were actually going to make a movie out of Vince's life on Netflix, and then that ended up having to be on hold, I think. But I'm going to ask you the main question, or one of the main questions here is, Vince loves WWE. It's his baby.
Yes.
He's got hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank already. He's got more money than he knows what to do with it, I'm sure. Why does he want to sell it? Why does he want to sell the company he loves for more money that he'll never probably spend ever?
Well, he can sell the company, but that don't mean Vince is going anywhere. He's still going to be in there because the new plan that I have read, like I said, I actually researched some of this, which wrestlers never do. We just talk. Vince is going to kick everybody out that he don't like. He could go in there with a bunch of Saudi Arabians, but he's still going to be there, and his family's going to be there. Triple H is going to be there, and Stephanie's going to be there, and some of his close personal friends. Kevin Dunn, he'll be there, but he'll keep his same loyal crew around him that he had before. It's almost like Vince is the president of a country, and when they try to depose him, well, you can depose him. Then he comes back, and who comes back with him? His old cadre of supporters and friends and diehards. They're going to come back with him. So, and what that's going to do, I don't know. But I've never been this excited about a wrestling move in 30 years, really, because it's interesting to talk about. You have so many variables. You have so much money. Anyway, keep talking. It's like we're driving down the road and we're talking and the conversation doesn't stop. So if you're driving a truck, and I meant to bring this up to you. A lot of people have written me via email at Dirty Dutch Mantell with 2 L's at gmail.com and told me how much they enjoy the show because it's just me and you talking back and forth. And like I'm saying, they're sitting in the back seat and they're eavesdropping on this conversation. And they have told me that they enjoy this show, and I'm not tooting our horn. They enjoy this show more than any other. How many subscribers do we have now?
On YouTube, we've got like 81,000 subscribers.
81,000. So go to YouTube, subscribe to the show, and let's see if we can get it to 85.
Yeah,
push that subscribe button.
I want 100,000. I want another silver plaque on that wall.
Do you?
Oh,
I'll send you one.
Oh, thank you.
I'll send you one. Okay, good. All right.